Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. So today I wanted to come in and make a sign for my home. I actually did this sign on my channel already, but once I got it on the shelf and everything that was surrounding it and kind of where I wanted to go this season for fall, I felt like the other design that I used didn't pop quite as much as I was hoping it would. I actually got this vinyl recently in a haul from Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance for 74 cents and it was just sold as a single sheet. And I fell in love with the pattern as soon as I saw it, so I had to pick it up, and I love to get patterns in these single sheets like this, because for me it makes it really easy to work with and I don't have to commit to a lot of it, right? So I just cut this on my Cricut Explore Air 2. I simply went into Design Space. I looked for a pumpkin shape. I scrolled for a countless amount of time. I found one that I settled on and I cut it out on this removable vinyl. Now, this being a removable vinyl is just fine for the sign. It's just going on a shelf in my entryway. It is not going to come in contact with water or the elements. So I have no reservations with using a removable vinyl for signs like that. Okay, so easy peasy. I just sized this in Cricut Design Space, cut it out on the premium vinyl setting, and it cut out super quick. Bring in some transfer tape. I have this large piece of scrap transfer tape from another project I just finished. So I will go ahead and this will be the perfect project this will be a great project to reuse that on. So just laying it down, scraping the front, scraping front and back. As you can see, this is a 405 Basics removable vinyl. That is the Hobby Lobby brand. I will just quickly trim this close to my design, so hopefully it will help with my placement when we go to lay it down. Bringing in my frame, you've seen me do this. I like to use the glue dots from Dollar Tree, but you can get them just about anywhere. But I like to use these because I do reuse this sign constantly, and I always change out what is on the sign depending on the season that we're in. These are for me a great way to lay down my cardstock, and it gives me a nice hold without being like permanent, right? All right, so I will bring back in my piece of paper here and my design. This is just, it was a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. I cut this down to 10.5 by 10.5. That is what I need to fit into my frame here. And that will just give me a nice white background so that I can put my pumpkin on it, and that will really be the focus. And it just makes it really easy because, as I said, I like to reuse. Oh, looks like I forgot to weed a section here. So luckily I caught that before I laid it down, because that wouldn't have been great. All right, so getting that vinyl to lay down on the transfer tape, I'm going to bring in our frame. I like to kind of do this from the bottom up, and then I'm just going to lay down our scrapbook paper. That will give us a nice blank slate that we will then put our design on. All right. And then bringing in my design, you could absolutely bring in some parchment paper. I think I'm just gonna kind of eyeball it here. You just wanna make sure you keep your transfer tape tight. And that looks pretty good. So then I will just lay this down, carefully grabbing a corner, and I will just be very careful pulling this up because we are working with paper. So we just want to be careful. Just take your time, going very slowly. Great, and I just left a little bit of transfer tape here, no problem. And that came out great. I love it. I got so much more dimension and so much more contrast using this patterned vinyl. And oh my gosh, 10 out of 10, 100% love it. This is exactly why I love to do and redo signs and have them be interchangeable or easily changed, because, you know, I like to experiment, and I was happy with my design that I did the last time I did this, but I wasn't completely happy with it, right? So I came into my craft room tonight, slowed down a little, thought about it, and I came up with this, and I couldn't be happier. So until I'm ready to change this out once again, which I definitely will be, this will be in my entryway, and I think it is great. So guys, thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.